Hi everyone, and welcome back to Rivalry Week, where we're keeping it casual ahead of Virginia Tech and West Virginia. The battle for the Black Diamond Trophy renewed in Morgantown, which is always a harrowing situation for the visitors. This week will be no different, and quite frankly, if things go the Mountaineers' way, I fully expect to see scenes like these. We've seen it plenty of times, and I've never quite understood the whole concept of our team did a good thing, let's destroy our town. But some folks seem to enjoy that, which is why they aren't allowed to have upholstered furniture outside anymore. When you have a police department with this kind of a logo, I mean, your chief enforcer there has a musket. That sets a weird precedent, and I'm not surprised that they occasionally lose control of the populace. As I alluded to, keeping it casual with the t-shirt here, purchased in roughly 1997, and on the back we have all the logos of the original Big East Football Conference members, until somebody decided to leave. I don't know who that was. We'll have more on the Hokies and Mountaineers in just a moment, but first let's look around the ACC at some of the other big games this weekend, starting with Michigan State at Miami. This is an interesting non-conference matchup. The Spartans are much improved, largely behind the running of Wake Forest transfer Kenneth Walker, who is off to a career start in this season. Now, they're not quite all the way back to where they used to be, so I think that Miami will be able to pull this one off at home after a tough, tight win against App State last week. Now, the big conference game this weekend has to be the University of Virginia at North Carolina. Big game for both teams. The Cavaliers off to a 2-0 start, but quite frankly against very poor competition. Brennan Armstrong looks great, but we'll see how he does against a Tar Heels defense that is ready for revenge against a Commonwealth opponent. The Tar Heels at home feel like the team to pick, and I will go with them ultimately. We'll keep an eye on the standings. 2-1 in picks last week. We'll see if we can keep that rolling. The big game that we all care about. Virginia Tech and West Virginia. I gotta say first and foremost that it's very encouraging to see the Hokies special teams kicking into high gear. Tavion Robinson looks like he's back to his normal self, fielding punts cleanly and showing that the return game can be a huge advantage for the Hokies. Keshawn King is trying to fill the shoes of one Khalil Herbert, who is now doing the same kind of things on kick returns in the pros for the Chicago Bears as he did in Tech. We'll see if King can keep it going. He looked very good in the Middle Tennessee game as well. And I've got to say, shout out to James Shybest, who, for my money, is right there with Vance Weiss as the most consistent and productive assistant coach in the Justin Fuente era. They've got a couple of young guns trying to vie for that spot now, but he has done a great job with the special teams unit during his time here. He's a great recruiter, and it's nice to see that group having success. Also, can Virginia Tech go on the road against a rival in a raucous environment and pull off the win as a ranked team with expectations behind them? I think they can. I picked the Hokies to win 24-10. And if you want to read more about that and get the previews and picks of all of our Scribes of Saturday, check out sonsofsaturday.com. All sorts of great content leading up to this game. There's some stuff following up on Middle Tennessee as well. Check all of that out. And check out the podcast with some great interviews and great previews, including the Australian version of Justin Hamilton. Absolutely worth a listen. In the meantime, stay safe, watch your couch if you're in West Virginia, and make sure to enjoy the games. Go Hokies, go Bills, go football.